Hi, Storytime lovers. What did you dream about last night? Or maybe I should start by asking, do you remember what you dreamt about last night? If you're like me, then you are part of the super dreamers, able to recall your dreams in vivid detail almost every day, whether you try to or not. But many people will tell you they rarely remember their dreams, and some others even feel like they don't dream at all at night. In fact, everyone dreams, but not everyone remembers it. And to understand why this can vary from one person to another, some neuroscientists have made some extensive research on the human brain. What is a neuroscientist? Well, actually, I just gave you a big clue. A neuroscientist is a scientist who studies the nervous system and the human brain. What neuroscientists specialized in sleep and dreams have found is that there are many reasons explaining the difference between dreamers and non-dreamers, such as age. The younger you are, the easier it is to recall your dreams. Gender. Women recall more dreams than men. Personality. Creative people tend to remember their dreams more, whereas people who are more logical and analytical usually don't give dreams a second thought. And finally, lifestyle counts a lot. Getting the right amount of sleep every night will definitely help you remember. And for all of those of you who are itching to remember your dreams, here are a few tips which should definitely come in handy. Tip number 1. The best time to try and recall your dreams is just after you wake up. Tip number 2. Keep a dream journal. By keeping a pen and a notebook on the nightstand next to your bed, it will be much easier to record your dreams immediately upon awakening, before they have had a chance to fade. And if you haven't learned to write yet, just ask a grown-up to do it for you. Now let me tell you about the author of today's story. Her name is Kate Staves, and she lives in the beautiful cathedral city of York in the UK. Until recently, she enjoyed a career in mental health, but the pandemic pushed her into pursuing her dream of writing a children's book. Not only has she written it, but she has also published it by setting up her own publishing company called Ever After with Kids, thus joining the club of the fearless female independent publishers. All the more reason why we should support her wonderful debut book. Dreams in a Jar was illustrated by Karen Bunting, who is based in Bristol in the UK. Karen is a former art teacher of 10 years. She is passionate about her illustrations and loves to bring joy, colour and decorative detail to her artwork. Please visit her official website to discover her artwork, such as these beautiful illustrations of two trailblazers, the English fossil collector and paleontologist Mary Anning, and American civil rights activist Jo Ann Robinson. And now, let me take you into a little super dreamer's nighttime world filled with trinkets, tokens, and keepsakes. There's a secret I keep that you might think bizarre. I collect up all the dreams I have and keep them in a jar. I dreamt of pirate ships and cannons firing overhead. I took one coin and put it in the jar beneath my bed. I dreamt the world was made of food, as much as you could eat. I stuffed my face and saved myself a wrapper from a sweet. I dreamt of the Olympic Games, and guess who won first place? I kept a bottle lid so that I won't forget the race. I dreamt of coral castles filled with mermaids in the sea. I found a pretty shell and thought, I'll take it home with me. I dreamt that I was in a band and played the bass guitar. I scooped confetti from the floor and put it in my jar. I dreamt I was a pixie and I lived inside a tree. I wore a flower as a hat and took it home with me. I dreamt of all the ancient beasts that used to run and roam. I took a pebble from that place to take back to my home. I dreamt of ancient pharaohs and a spooky mummy's tomb. I grabbed a handful of the sand and took it to my room. I dreamt I rode a rocket ship that blasted past a star. I kept a bolt that toppled off and put it in my jar. I dreamt I was a grown-up and had meetings in a suit. I took a pencil from my desk to add it to my loot. People see a jar of junk. They don't see what I see. I treasure all my bits and bobs. They mean so much to me. Trinkets from 1,000 worlds, the places I have been, all the things that I have done, all the things that I have seen. My dreams are mine forever, and I know just where they are. I keep them there, beneath my bed. I keep them in a jar. The end. So, what dream was your favorite dream in the story? Would you like to keep a dream jar? Come to think of it, it's like having a dream journal, but instead of keeping words, you can keep objects that remind you of your dreams. Hey, wait! Before you rush off to find a journal and a jar, let's play a little game to see how good of a listener you are. It's called the rhyming game. Have you ever noticed that many of your favorite picture books are written using rhymes? 2 words that rhyme are 2 words that end with the same sound. Not only does this bring music to the story, but it also helps you learn it by heart. Try finishing these sentences from Dreams in a Jar. There's a secret that I keep that you might think bizarre. I collect up all the dreams I have and put them in a jar. Let's try another one. I dreamt of pirate ships and cannons firing overhead. I took 1 coin and put it in the jar beneath my bed. And what about this one? I dreamt of the Olympic Games. And guess who won first place? I kept a bottle lid so that I won't forget the race. And one last one. I dreamt of ancient pharaohs and a spooky mummy's tomb. I grabbed a handful of the sand and took it to my room. How well did you do? If you got 3 out of 4, you can give yourself a gold star. Are you up for one more game? Great, then let's play the Trinket Memory Game. And I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to ask you to remember. That's right, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to remember at least 5 out of the 10 trinkets that our super dreamer brings from her dreams. Are you ready? Let's go. So, how many did you find? 4, 5, 6? Here are the 10 trinkets she puts in her jar. A coin from her pirate adventures. The wrapper of a sweet from her food-filled dream world. A bottle lid from winning an Olympic Games race. A pretty shell from her underwater dive with the mermaids. Some confetti from her concert with her band. A flower like a hat from her pixie world. A pebble from a world of ancient beasts. Some sand from visiting a mummy's tomb. A bolt from her rocket ship. And a pencil from her meetings as a grown-up. And when you get your own copy, you can play one last game. Spot the mouse. The illustrator has hidden a mouse on almost every illustration, and you can play trying to spot it. Finally, you can also head to the Ever After with Kids official website to download a free dream jar that you can fill with your own drawings and even more free printable activity sheets. I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, you can find all the links to buy the book, find information about the author and illustrator in the description box below. Take care, read on, and see you soon.